Hello and welcome back. I'm Count Christo, and this is our Kaiserreich Mongolia campaign. I've been considering which angle we should take. We've just wrapped up the war with Qing. The question is, do we go German Empire or Japan next? And I'm not sure. Oh, hang on, what's this? They're lend-leasing Germany. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if they're going to go down a. Well, where's the focus they're doing? Okay, they're just doing tech stuff right now. So we could go after one of them. Focus-wise, those are our only real options at the moment. So we do Fate of the Qing Lands and strike at Manchuria, or we do straight the AOG. I'm pretty sure this will call in. That will call in Germany. If we declare war on these guys, yeah, it's going to call in the whole Entente. And the problem with the Entente is that once they lose in Europe, which they usually do, and it looks very much like they are doing, they then emigrate to Africa, at which point France never deals with them. It may look like they no longer control Africa, but this is all still Middle Europa. Did I say Entente? I meant Middle Europa. And it will all, I believe it just all unifies again into Germany when they... when and if they get evicted down here. All these different states get reincorporated. So, does the thing that means we go against Japan? Probably going against Japan is they've got a, a navy. It's a good navy, in fact, and we just don't. Defending our ports with Cav is it's gonna be interesting. Cav doesn't have the best defense. We're 360, it's going to be worse than these guys, right? And actually it does look like a better defense. Well, that could just be because they have the engineer company, and they are wider. I'm pretty sure infantry has higher defense. Let's have a look. Yeah, slightly higher defense on infantry. Although the extra HP is I think, something we're benefiting from. So they're not currently going against us. The good time to go against these guys would be when one of these guys goes independent. I forgot these guys have focuses. We should do a Transmore run, that'd be fun. Are you... which tree are you going down? Expel Japanese officers. That sounds very much like dire consequences for Fengtian's relationship. Yeah, that's probably the way they go independent. So they've got Japanese instructors. And if they keep going down here... what's this do? The Hiroshima proposal. Provides periodic deliverables of increasingly advanced Japanese weapons. So that sounds like they're going with Japan rather than against Japan. Although it looks like they can do both of these trees. Not sure. I think we should go against Germany. This is the more prosperous land when it comes to the rubber. Surely there's rubber down here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I should just go to the resources map, shouldn't I? Yeah. So there's rubber down here, which would be very nice. Also, Malaya and Singapore. I mean, Malaya controls much of Singapore, but yeah, Singapore would be lovely to control because of all of these glorious, glorious resources. So we shall probably go against them. Siam's currently independent. If we do... do I have something to attack Siam? Doesn't look like it. We could just justify on Siam. How long would that take? Only 100 days. So I think we're going to strike the AOG. Although I would like to do the Fate of the Qing Lands first. So let's do that. And we're going to have a period of high-speed play here. Just to get through these two focuses. It's October. Let's wait and then do this. Not this. This ahead of time. Slightly. Now we're going to need port defences if we're going to go against Germany, because they've got plenty of naval presence, especially compared to us. I should probably do port defences in another army. I always prefer to do that. So we do have some ports already down here, which means we're going to be able to strike at these guys just stupendously quickly. Is that ours? No, it's German. Right? Yeah, that's German. Okay, so just delete these ones. And we'll give this some suitably port-like symbol, I think. Where is that port? It's on that one. The AI does occasionally land next to ports, but it doesn't seem to understand the urgency that when you land next to a port, you then have to immediately attack the port. They just seem to kind of sometimes sit around and lose organisation. I'm putting 2 guys on each port. We may reduce that down, but let's wait and see how intense these attacks are going to be. I don't want to switch this guy to a port defence because he's got so much experience that I think even if after I upgrade him, he might be able to maintain some of his experience there. Let's give him this blue port symbol. And do we have any other field marshals? Nope, just lots of generals. Alright, let's promote one of these guys then, the highest skill one. You'll do. Oop, no, let's do that. You. Well, this guy will do, I guess. Promote him. Put him in there. Not much point promoting him, but didn't want to spend the extra political power. So all these new factories we've got from Qing. What's our air force like at the moment? We've got. Is this total? It doesn't include stored, but I think all our stored are automatically going out. So we've only got about 400 planes. South has about 400 planes. So yeah, we need to increase our fighter production. Although I imagine, ooh, yes, that's what I should do with this tech slot. I should get the 40 fighters and then build like a crazy good variant with all this air experience. Right, let's get some more onto fighters. Oh, that's right. That's why we're not making fighters because we've got resource deficits. Let's go with some more artillery. I want to make sure everything's artillery. And then a tiny bit more support. Actually, we're going to need more support equipment because we're about to increase our amount of support equipment in each of our divisions. We are going to need some more oil, sadly, and lots more steel. All these new factories we've got here. Prothean Commune is not delivering like they used to. United Mexican States, you'll do. How is it still -3? No. Not 37 factions. 13 note positive. What the heck's going on? Is the AI... Ooh, lagged a bit there as well. What on earth is going on with our resources? Alright, don't get anything from America. Right, I want 2 from them. Ah, we don't have enough convoys. Of course. Okay, well, we will start pumping out these faster and faster. Oh, Faith of the Qinglands has been cancelled. I can't do it because I don't own Beijing. Why not, though? What did you do? They just stole my land. How did they do that? They didn't finish the focus. Well, that's unacceptable. I hope I get an event to declare war on them over that. How did you do that? This is my land. Oh, so now I've got to redistribute factories because it would have just taken them all off these. That's probably still acceptable layout though. How did they do that? Alright, let's get the planes ready. How did you do that? Surely I now get to declare war on them over it, right? I just took this land. They weren't even at war. I have a core on this stuff. Right. Well, that's clearly unacceptable behavior. We're going to take core state. Take 50 days to justify. I know the plan was Germany, but this insult will not stand. They have 50 divisions. Japan has 200. This is going to be tough. A tough war here. Especially with our crazy full cav. Right, in which case, we will do more conscripting. We need support for our army. Yeah, that could be useful. Let's do... It takes 200 political power to do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do a focus, actually. I could use the political power. How dare they? They just stole all our land. That is truly unacceptable. Well, we're going to have supply issues again, it looks like. On equipment, we're doing okay, but we're not producing stuff very quickly. My hope is that we can blitz through the first area, maybe up to this river here, before the Japanese really get in here. They're almost independent. They need another 336. Do they have a national focus spirit, rather, giving them more independence? No, it doesn't. very dare they. Well, they don't have very many divisions themselves. And so if we can power through before Japanese reinforcements arrive, we should have a fairly good shot here. That's such nonsense. Seize foreign investments. Our armed forces seize control over the rich, industrialized legation cities. Large foreign investments. So we can seize the foreign investments, which means we get 180 days where we get 10% less consuming good factories and 10% more factory output. And it means that they all presumably lose their stuff. We also lose 1 civilian factory in each province, but we gain 2. So it's a net loss of 2 civilian factories in exchange for half a year of boost and some political power. Yeah, let's do it. Not least because this war with Japan worries me. I think we need a chief of army. More organization, less supply consumption is pretty nice. There's no speed chief of army, I don't think. Yeah, let's go with organization or defense. Organization. Guns and butter seems useful. So now we've got more organization on all our divisions, which is very nice indeed. Okay. It's not going to focus. We've got a lot of stuff we want to change in our cabinet, so I think we're going to focus on that for now. It should have at least told me what the event was that allowed them to just randomly steal all this land. Silly. There should at least be an event, like, you know, Manchurians stealing our land or something. How very dare they? Japan, don't know their focus. How goes the war in Europe? Germany continuing to implode, yes. Belgium, or rather Flanders Wallonia, has been encircled now. The Polish Socialist Republic is standing true. Ooh, but Russia has joined Mittel Europa. I'm glad I didn't declare war on Germany without realising that. That would have been interesting. That does make me want to declare war on Mittel Europa all the more, though, because we could cruise through Siberia, because they're all leaving the front. Oh, it's tempting. Do we allow the Japanese insult to stand in exchange for a glorious strike against Mittel Europa? Just when they think the tide is turning in their favour because Russia is on their side. The Mongolian horde charges through the steppe. Yes, I like that too much. Let's do that instead. Okay. So, have these guys come here. That leaves me with only 30 divisions to deal with southern China. That isn't enough, is it? Really? Especially since we need to send some down here to charge through Vietnam. These weird little sections of front line here. It's such a difficult decision because I'm so upset. They stole this land from me, and I'm upset at the mod as well because it didn't, you know, there was no pop-up or anything. It just went to them. So, but the Germans are, you know, a bigger threat, and the fact that we can strike at Russia when they're so distracted over here seems excellent to me. So we're going to do that. Yeah, I've decided we're doing that. 1940 fighters to get that extra range will help a lot. Oh god, we still have improved artillery. Alright, forget it. We need improved artillery. So I'm yet to see your comments on whether or not I should use tanks. For now, we don't have the industry, so it's kind of a moot point. Aluminium, please. So the planes will focus on assisting in the attack on southern China. I think we will give them their orders when we know we want them. Their range is not very good. Maybe I should send some over here to the east as well. Yeah, let's have some in the east, some in the west. Okay, now of these guys, we're going to need some here. Why is it? Oh, okay, good. I'm hoping China will crumble just under the level of multiple angles we're going to be able to crush in here from. But we don't... I don't think we have the troops for 2 guys per port. So I'm going to bring some of these guys back. And put them in. Like so. So we're going to start strike the AOG. Sorry, excuse me, just to clear my throat there. We do have some spare equipment right now, so let's get some more cab out. Can we get all these guys out? Yeah, we actually do have enough to pound out quite a few of these guys. All the way down to here, and then it's just infantry equipment that's the deficit, mostly. Okay, so we're going to need to... Well, we're still putting almost all new factories into infantry equipment, so that's fine. Right, so some of you guys are going to need to... No, not all of you. Not having a garrison on the Japanese border leaves me nervous, knowing that they are could possibly do focuses to turn against me. It does worry me. I don't know if we're going. Yeah, we're really not going to have enough men to attack out of all these southern cities. These legation cities that we've seized could not be as good at attack points as I thought. Especially since we're having to send men against Russia. Maybe I'm overestimating how many I need to send against Russia. I don't know. I certainly want to seize all this land before Transmoor does their focus to seize it. Where is that? Okay, turmoil in Siberia. Okay, that just happens at some point. And then you can do Russia is vulnerable. Push our claims in the region. The problem is they might well be able to do this even if I own it and just steal the land. It's one of the problems of this mod. Lots of the events just kind of force their way through. Ooh, big offensive against the Poles here. They are meanwhile invading their new Polish rifle. We should send a volunteer. Yeah, you, good sir, you're going to be sent over as a volunteer to the Germans. Simply so I can see where all their troops are in that faction. This is our spy volunteer. So I should cancel the justification on the Fengtian, really. Because if we let it finish and then don't do it, it could be a problem. Cost us some national unity and stuff. I don't like that all my generals are ghosts. That is annoying me. This one actually doesn't have a general, but it shouldn't have any orders either. It should be in the main army under the field marshal. So what's the plan here to do the easiest attack? Charge down through the central woods while we do a push up from Hong Kong, cutting off the east from west, encircling and destroying the west, and then, or possibly simultaneously, a push to Hanoi, thereby cutting off German reinforcements from the south. Well, you just go by ports, but I'm not sure. Supply is becoming an issue, but where? Ah, up here, yes. That makes sense. There's going to be pretty bad supply in a lot of the regions. Has my volunteer arrived yet? We could start building infrastructure, but I think banging out these factories is probably more important. Let's cancel any unfinished ones so we can start building them in the... I was going to say higher infrastructure areas, but there aren't very many, are there? Alright, yeah, I guess Mongolia is still prime real estate. Down here. Ooh, there's some 50%. Put some there. Vulnerable to the Japanese, but I think hopefully we should be okay there. These 40s. Don't really need to repair the central Chinese infrastructure. That'll get done on its own. Okay. It's looking pretty good. I'm kind of hoping all these troops aren't actually here, that they've gone to Europe. It looks that way so far. You know, they've got barely any troops on my border. Let's have one of you over here. We need more men just here, don't we? Yeah. How long are these guys going to take? Till March. That's going to be quite a while after our actual declaration happens. The Canadian Commonwealth declares war on the Union of Britain. There they go. Entente joining the fray. This could really help Mitteleuropa, because Mitteleuropa, I mean, they're going to take out Poland soon, which means they'll be able to focus over here. Second and a half International is not yet at war with the commies, although they might at some point become so. Okay, so here's our volunteer. Oh wow. The Germans are doomed. Oh god. Russia, no. There's so many men in there. Have they got military access? Oh, the Netherlands joined Middle Europa. Okay, so these guys aren't encircled, as I falsely claimed. Polish People's Republic seems to be holding on pretty well. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, the addition of Netherlands to the Middle Europa and the attack by the Ensemble on the Third International is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, but for our part, we shall do our best to bring down the old giants of Middle Europa. Russia has been brought down somewhat. Oh, they gave in up. Dongoman and Azerbaijan both went to Russia. I wonder if that was somehow part of their deal to join Middle Europa. Not sure. Anyhow, until the next episode, thank you very much for watching. In the next one, we shall finish unifying most of China, darn you, Fengtian government, and then strike at the green giants of the north. But until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.